Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're here to talk Jersey Shore Family Vacation. This is season 6, guys. This was the mid season finale, episode 15, The Hangover. The hangover from the engagement, not Vinny's birthday. Vinny's birthday had a nice run. Vinny's birthday, as you noted, had about a nice 34-minute run. So happy 35th, Vin. But Vin 2.0 did take the night over the night before and last week with the proposal to Angelinas. But Angelinas, as we saw, had voiced some displeasure to Mike, basically saying that she had taken mental snapshots of the room and could tell that Jenny and Zach were not happy. And then some of the questions they asked about the ring and how long they've been together, in her opinion, were out of pocket and helped kind of sour her engagement. The flip side of that argument from Jenny and everyone else's point of view is they just met the guy the day before. It was a bit of a surprise. They were just normal questions, but they were excited. Um, a lot to unpack here. Mike, the mediation, or is it the instigation? Always the situation, too. He's another element to talk about in this as well. But your thoughts, Bry? Whose side are you on?
I'm kind of on no one's side because I think all three parties are wrong. Um, I understand where I don't know actually. Jenny. See, she claims that she's happy. Okay,
Yeah.
but her questions are warranted, but the timing is bad.
Yes.
I think that's the only reason. If she asked those questions the
It's not
next
polite.
day, this would not be a thing. So that's my issues with Jenny and Snooki and Dina. They never think they're wrong. So like she didn't even think about maybe like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have asked those questions at that time. Like they take no accountability. And my issue mainly with Jenny is that these tears, I just don't buy it. They just her and Snooki just run away from problems. Like that they just cry and run away. So like she wants to why is Angelina getting in her face about it? But like the talk wouldn't it wasn't gonna go anywhere anyways, because Jenny was just gonna cry and act like she's sad.
It's interesting because Angelina to them, they just always have a blind spot, right? Just because
Yeah.
it's like 3-on-1 doesn't make the three, right? I don't think it's like bullying in that respect, but it's just like a little bit of hypocrisy, right?
Yeah.
I Angelina needs to chill out too, right? Does she
Definitely.
need to make
100%.
a scene out of it? No, you need to more worry about your fiance and the engagement, everything like that. But they're just sensitive to each other, and it is one of those things, and it is what makes the show very genuine. Like it's how families work, right?
Mhm.
There are just people that like you could have a lot of good times, but there are just going to be some that you just really don't vibe with super much, and you're going to have to do everything together. But it's just like, let's speak it for what it is. If me even asking one question is going to trigger you that bad, and if I don't have enough, I don't really even respect or like you enough, honestly, to not ask those questions during the dinner and asking the guy, it, it's just a weird. It's you can't make both go both ways. It doesn't work. And then again, I love you because you got Mike coming in there acting like he's gonna fix anything and not make
Right.
it way worse. I love Vinny's line. He was just like, he can't help himself. He just can't help
Yeah,
himself.
he really can't, man. It's funny, and I think Vinny also was saying like, "Oh, wake up in the morning, get my coffee, and how am I going to start the drama today?" And Mike even like he's like, "I won't say anything tonight," and it's just like that's still bad. Like you know what you're doing.
It's. I love him though. It's just
No,
like
I,
it's
I
what
like
it
them
is.
all. It's just
They are exactly who they
yeah,
thought
we
you
know
were.
who they are.
You just stop thinking people are going to be different than who they are. That's all. And that's a
Mhm.
lesson in life for anyone. Uh, Mid-season finale, I did like how they were talking about it. They never really end on a down note ever in a Jersey Shore season, and technically this isn't the end of the season; it's mid-season.
Right.
Um, but the preview,
It's
Brian,
hot, dude.
the
It was good.
preview was everything. The
Yeah.
preview was like the price of admission for the whole episode. I mean, we see that it fast forwards a few months. Obviously, it seems like Angelina hasn't had a lot of contact with the other girls. We see Ronald.
Hmm.
He looks like he's back, going to be back around the picture. We do know that I know, like in real life, he like moved out of like Vegas. I think he was coming back to like Jersey in this area to like, so it makes sense. I
Hmm.
think to people tell me if I'm wrong. Uh, but the main event of the evening. Sammy Sweetheart comes in. It looks like via Angelina,
Love it.
and looks like she's ready to start smacking people around, dude. She is not. She has been resting for a dozen years.
Yeah, she's like Smog.
She's got woke up. She's been in cryogenesis and she's awoken. She's like Godzilla.
So my thing about that is like I don't know what the draw like I don't remember all the things that maybe they said about her that she probably didn't like she kept bottled in and
Yeah.
just this is like a flamethrower coming out because every time they did a shot they never showed who she was yelling at and they did a really good job of like just showing her yelling. So I like that
But
we
we got Dina crying, which
yeah,
that makes
which could be
sense.
any that literally could be anything. That night could be
Snooki crying, that makes sense.
yeah,
Snooki
yeah,
does
like I
not
said
deal
earlier.
with Sammy well because they were besties forever, and Sammy is just like a bulldog, and it just that's a lost friendship that I now again, but for drama, it seemed like at least what you were seeing on social media, they were showing them all kind of seeming like they were
Yeah.
buddy enough. So I'm sure like they'll all by the end of the season unite enough.
Yeah, we definitely those are definitely tricks. Like something probably
Yeah,
happened where it's not,
but
and
I
they're
want there to
splicing
be
it
fights,
together.
but
And we
more.
gotta, yeah, I love it too. I'm really looking forward to it. I think
I am
having the
too.
whole gang back together is gonna be. I think it's gonna bring a lot more viewers back. Because when I told my wife that Sammy was coming back, she like was excited. So
I know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. I think it's going to have a lot more juice than the first half. I think the first half of the season was a lot of classic fun. The first half of this half was definitely stronger than the second half, but I think
mhm.
overall a good start to this season. Make sure you're subscribed here and on TikTok for all of our content. We're covering everything from things like Below Deck, Amazing Survivor, the challenge, 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight. We cover all the Netflix shows as they air. So make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell that you catch everything that we put out there. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you. Peace.